All right, breaking news. Legendary head coach Bill Belichick and the Patriots look like they are officially splitting ways. You kind of called it this or
Yep.
hinted at it for like the last 3 or 4 months. What are your instant reactions and thoughts on his legacy as a whole?
Okay, so he's the greatest NFL coach ever. And that's almost a universally held opinion. But I think there are some really interesting angles here and thought exercises, and that's what I want to spend the bulk of this first 20 minutes of the show on. So I went back this morning after the news broke to Belichick's famous grand opening, grand closing press conference. And one of the fun things with the Jets, and one of the fun things about doing this show with DeMonze, and this is not a shot at all at DeMonze, is some of this stuff that people my age know chapter and verse. This happened literally when DeMonze was months old, and this will be kind of probably breaking news to him. But Bill Belichick in 1999 was named the head coach of the New York Jets, and at what was supposed to be his introductory press conference, jotted down on a napkin, "I resign," and his introductory press conference, he's like, actually not taking the job. And I went back and then DeMonze knows nothing of this story. And the reason I went back and watched it, and the Patriots then traded for him to be their head coach, and they went on. The reason I went back and watched it was because that was the last time Bill Belichick spoke representing anyone other than the Patriots. It's been a quarter century of him doing these press conferences in front of Patriot logos, in front of Patriot stuff as a Patriot head coach. And after today's farewell press conference, the next time he speaks will be with another team. And one part of that jumped out to me, which is during that press conference, he says, listen, I'm going to take the rest of today to spend time with my family, but tomorrow I'll do all the interviews you guys want. He's like, if you give me today and don't inundate me with it, tomorrow I'll be as available as you want because I know you're going to have a lot of questions. And he's like, so that means newspaper, TV, radio, and then paused for a moment and says internet. And the assembled press laughs. And they laugh because it's like, oh, you're talking about the internet. You're going to do interviews with the internet. And it was such like a silly throwaway thing. And I was like, God dog it, man. Belichick's career with the Patriots spanned the time to where the internet was thought of as a throwaway whatever to where we are today. The entire growth and breadth and change of the media landscape in reference to the internet happened while Bill Belichick coached the Patriots. So that's one hell of a run, one hell of a career. And the other thing that I thought about today was we have the greatest football coach ever in Belichick and one of the best coaches of the modern era in Pete Carroll, both being forced out essentially from their jobs within 24 hours of each other. And the symmetries are not just that Bill Belichick succeeded Pete Carroll in New England. Pete Carroll was the last Patriots head coach before Bill Belichick. The symmetries are also what allowed those guys to become who they were was bold, unprecedented at the time, decisions regarding their quarterbacks. So, when Bill Belichick took over the New England Patriots, Drew Bledsoe, former number 1 overall pick who had taken the Patriots to a Super Bowl, was their quarterback. Bill Belichick had coached the Cleveland Browns, intermittent success, but no great run, been fired there. Coached the Patriots. They were a 5-win team. Bledsoe got the biggest contract, the first $100 million contract in NFL history. And then early in the 0-1 season, Mo Lewis hit him on the sideline, collapsed his lung, and he had to go to Brady. And then Drew Bledsoe was healthy a month later. And Bill Belichick said, sticking with Brady. And that decision then was the single biggest domino in the next 20 years of a dynasty. Pete Carroll was a head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. He had been a head coach in New England, had been fired, had not succeeded, got the Seahawks job. They went out and signed Matt Flynn to a massive offseason contract. They drafted Russell Wilson in the 3rd round. And Pete Carroll, staying true to his mantra of we compete every day, at training camp said 3rd round rookie has the job. He gives us the better option. And that then led to that Seahawks mini dynasty or run. And then what happened to Bill? The marriage with the quarterback fell apart. He didn't have the right answers after, and it led to his ouster. And what happened with Pete? The marriage with the quarterback fell apart. He didn't have the right answers, and it led to his ouster. And I find the symmetry of those things very interesting because it is such a good
Are you in any way saying
analogy
that,
is the wrong
that
word.
those
Go
quarterbacks
ahead.
kind of made those coaches?
No, so that's not what I'm saying. I know some people will say that. What I'm saying is this. What allowed Belichick to be Belichick was courage in his convictions. I do not care what the outside world believes. I think this is the right choice. It might frustrate my bosses. It might be unpopular. But I am going to stay true to what I believe is best and plow ahead. That was the key moment for he and Carroll when at that moment in time, when Carroll went to Wilson, when Bill stuck with Tom Brady, not only were they not Hall of Fame coaches, not only were they not champions, they had not succeeded. They had both been fired at their first job. They both had intermittent at best results at this job, and they were probably on their last opportunities to be head coaches in the NFL. And they said, bleep it. I'm doing what not the easy thing, the tough thing. Everyone expects me to go with the quarterback we signed to the massive deal. No one expects me to go with the unproven rookie or first year or second year guy in Brady. I believe in it. That's what opened the door to having success available. What made so that is a lesson for everybody. It's a lesson for everyone. That if you really believe in something, go with it. Trust your instincts and sink or swim on that. Don't fail because you didn't go with what you believed in. But the second lesson is this. No matter how great you are, man, it takes help. Everything in life is collaborative. Everything in life, you are going to succeed more if you have a great partner. If you have a great either number 2 or 1A or whatever it is. And I'm not saying Brady made Belichick or Belichick made Brady. I truly believe they made each other. That they are the sum is greater than the individual parts 100%. And then the last lesson for both of these guys is when you have that success, don't let ego and bullshit be the reason it ends earlier than it's supposed to. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.